What's good, everybody? It's your boy Big Nate. Welcome to Big Nate's Book Reviews, home of the best book reviews. And today we are doing, I don't even really know what this is. I'm gonna go through my Goodreads and see what my top rated of the books I've read, which are the top rated on Goodreads. I just got back from getting some drinks, just a couple drinks with the boys, with the gang, and it's my boy Nikki's birthday. So shout out Dominic and shout out Nate, shout out Tess, shout out to all y'all. So just got back from hanging with them. And you know, I'm kind of feeling myself, to be honest with you. And I saw this video by Jack Edwards, who did it based off of HAILEY and BOOKLAND, where it's like they just go through their Goodreads, look through the books that they read. Hold up, let me get, whoa, what the? I'm doing all this talking and the doobie's not even start. If you got your doobie at home, go ahead and spark that. Today we smoking this one for, it's Nikki, it's Nikki's birthday. We smoking this for Nikki. So if you got your doobie at home, smoke this for Nikki. Shout out Germany. If you hear that in the back, it's my dog. I just got him a new little bone thing. It's not an actual bone. It's like a nylon Benny. But anyway, he'd be fucking with it. So anyway, yes, I'm gonna do that once I get this doobie sparked, and then we finna get right into it. I'm just gonna look at this, and you know, I'm just like I said, I'm feeling myself, and I felt like doing this, so why not do it right now? Doobie 2 sparked. All right, so okay, first off, look, before it's like, oh wow, what's you got the American flag for? Look closer. I pledge allegiance to the swag, bitch. So, all right, I'm pulling on my Goodreads. Okay, my red books, sort by rating, average rating. And then we're gonna get right into it. Let's get into my top books. Let me turn this brightness way too up right now. Hold up. Average rating. Okay, so my top rated book. Oh shit. Okay, that makes sense. Hold up. I need like an ashtray. Oh, hold up. I made some coffee too. I made coffee. It's decaf. I'm not even gonna cap with you, but even decaf is caffeinated. But hold up. Let me get a little ashtray. Something. All right. My top rated book is Just Mercy by Bryan Stevenson, and the average rating is 4.62, and damn, bro, if there's a book that deserves to be at the top, it is Just Mercy. Just Mercy is about, it's been a long time since I've read this, but Bryan Stevenson was like a lawyer. I forget exactly what his like shtick was, but I think he was just helping, like, it's definitely like black people and minoritized people, but I think for people that might have been wrongly convicted, because that whole book, if I remember, is basically just the way sort of the people that slip through the cracks in the justice system and the unfair treatment of sort of black people. But it's not like this, like in the criminal justice system, but it's not this like sort of heavy-handed sort of way. He tells it through narrative, and he tells it through specific case studies, and there are some really sort of fucked up and tragic, absolutely tragic stories, the worst of the worst type of stories in this book. And it's just an incredibly moving, powerful, inspiring book. That seriously, low-key, I'm not even kidding, after I read that, I started looking into like law school programs. That's how much of an impact did I do that? Nah. Law school? Nah, come on. Imagine me, nah. It's simply not happening. But okay, cool. Yeah, I gave it 5 stars. That's an easy 5 star. Honestly, if you didn't rate this book 5 stars, you're a little weird to me. But oh, fascinating. Okay. So up next is Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. I gave this book 5 stars too. Lonesome Dove is basically like this sort of, it's like technically a third in a series, but it's definitely standalone and all that. Hold up. It's like this Western story. It's like this long, sort of like 1,000+ page sort of like epic of these cowboys who, long story short, basically travel across the United States of America. This is like this is before the United States has been settled, and like there's a bunch of reasons why they do it, but they go from south of Texas to like northern Montana. So, oh, that was hot. So it's just kind of, and they face trials and tribulations of every single possible way, form, along the way. And okay, so it's interesting that this is, so I gave it 5 stars, but I was debating 4, because for one, there was this whole chunk of like these characters who I just really did not care for. They were really kind of extra, and you could have shaved like 200 pages off. It wasn't bad. They were good. In fact, I liked them. Like the whole story was good, but to make this like a 5 star amazing book, it wasn't on a, like, let's just say when it got to these points, I was like, fuck, damn it, you know, because I wanted to get to the good shit. But it's a great book. Honestly, I have this theory that people, there's like some sort of cognitive bias or whatever. When you read a long book, you like it more, not because it's better, but just because you put all that time and you're already invested into it. And Lonesome Dove kind of is one of those. And on top of that, it's just actually excellently written. There's like some amazing, seriously, some of the best characters ever. So, okay, Lonesome Dove. That doesn't actually surprise me, but okay, so up next is, I'm not even going to rate these, Morning Star and Golden Sun, which are the second and third book in a trilogy of the Red Rising trilogy. Trilogies don't count because you're already self-selecting. Jack Edwards actually has a little thing about this too, where like if you read the second one, you already like the first one. You're gonna, and again with my little investment effect, like you're gonna be even more. But I gave Golden Sun 5 stars and Morning Star 4 stars. But just an interesting point is these books were recommended to me by my students in prison. Apparently the Red Rising trilogy was like a hit in prison because it's just like this fantasy sort of epic. Honestly, I kind of forget what happens, but fantasy epic is just a good, and this is one of the top fantasy series at least I've heard recommended by anybody in general. So yeah, check those out. Okay, interesting. Whoa, up next is 1,000 Splendid Suns, which has an average rating of 4.40. Oh wait, I forget. Did I say Lonesome Dove was 4.50? 1,000 Splendid Suns has an average rating of 4.40. I straight up gave that book 3 stars. It's by Khaled Hosseini. Apologies if I spelled that wrong. Kite Runner. It's the one that wrote the Kite Runner. I fucked with if anything, the Kite Runner should be where that is, but I really see the fact that I don't really remember much about this book is, I think, kind of testament. It was a very forgettable book. I think it was like the story of like this kind of woman girl in I don't know, somewhere in the Middle East, I want to say. But yeah, I found it, honestly, there was something about his writing I just thought was so basic and generic and like not very good. And yeah, I gave this book, I remember this was, to me, I was like, the whole time I'm just like, this is just the worst version of the Kite Runner, because the Kite Runner was fire. But okay, so cool, I buy that. But actually that's weird to me. I don't get that at all. That should not be one of my top rated books. 1,000 Splendid, that's the last motherfucking book I would have expected. But up next, East of Eden. That makes sense. That should be top. I gave that book 5 stars, and I gave it 5 stars the first time I read it. I gave it 5 stars the second time I read it. I'm going to read it for a third time at some point, and I'm going to give it 5 stars then, unless something crazy happens, you know. But by John Steinbeck. And it's basically this family saga, this sort of very American literature, straight up American, United States, you know, American literature of following multiple generations of this family that actually sort of, I don't know, something along the lines of like they immigrate to California or they just move to California or something. And it's like, if I remember, it's like the very sort of right at, and Salinas Valley to like right after maybe California was colonized, where there's not that many people there. Like it's pretty open. And yeah, but that's not really the point. The point is the characters. The point is, and although it is actually huge in scope, huge, very rich thematically, he covers all sorts of things. And this has one of the books that, or this has one of the sort of things I like in literature is when they have just like little insights. And it's just like a great book, honestly. I don't really know what else to say. The writing is phenomenal. The character's phenomenal. Dialogue phenomenal. Like there's just nothing not to love about this book. It's definitely classic. It's not like a page turner necessarily, but it is just so rich philosophically. Like, oh, shout out Lee. And we're ending it right there. Shout out Lee, bro. Like, he's the best. Up next, okay, The Wholehearted Way. This is like a meditation book, so I'm not even really gonna get into this. But it's like, if I remember, it's kind of about by Kosho Uchiyama. By the way, East of Eden got 4.39. So Wholehearted Way, Kosho Uchiyama. It's like, if I remember, it's like, it's either Dzogchen or Zen, one of those sort of like meditation traditions. But yeah, no, I've actually read a good amount of meditation literature. I'm not even gonna cap you. So yeah, Wholehearted Way was awesome. Check it. If you're interested in meditation, check this shit out for sure. One of my favorite of all I've read. Okay, let's just kind of end with this as the last one. The next one is The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzak, which The Book Thief was good. Everyone's read it. I think, you know what, I bet why one of the reasons it's that high is because of the volume of ratings. Because how much this got? I don't know, but I think it's like in the million. I think it's like 1 million plus. And if you're 1 million plus on Goodreads, that was some high school curriculum. Like most people have read that shit. And it was, honestly, to be fair, it was an excellent book, right? It's been a long time. In fact, I kind of want to reread a lot of these high school books. 1984, Book Thief. I had to read, and I hated it, The Good Earth, but I have a feeling I might like it now. I don't know what it is, but something about Good Earth calling me. But anyway, yeah, it's one of those. So it got 4.38. I gave it 4 stars. I don't see why not 5, but at that point, it's just been a long time since I've read it. So yeah, I think, honestly, I think I'm gonna end it there. Like I said, I was just filming myself, just get a quick little video. And so yep, those are of the books I've read, those are some of my top favorite picks. Let me know, whatever, some of your favorite books or whatever you're reading. Let me know something about books down in the comments. Follow me on Instagram at Big Nate's Book Reviews. Don't be a square, I swear to God. And other than that, thank you for watching Big Nate's Book Reviews, home of the best book reviews.